All right.
Camping with you guys the best?
Camping with us is the best?
Yeah. Isn't that
Camping
the name of
with
the
us
show?
is-
Camping with the Pubes?
Yeah, that's the name of the show. Yep, this is Camping with the Pubes.
Camping.
Well, I got my tent all set up right over there.
All right, cats and kittens, this is the Camp on Fire show, episode 7. I'm Reverend Ness. To the left of me in person is the iconic Chef Shafard.
Hello.
King Finger himself.
Oh, that's me.
And, sent in via satellite, we have Fid Chuli. And for the first time ever in Camp on Fire history, we have the secret Rubik's Cube 4th member that you may not know about, but you do now. It's Reverend Peas. Hello, guys.
Hi, guys.
Good morning.
Hi, pals. It is not morning time, though. Why do you say that to throw the audience right off? Boo,
It's always
yes,
morning in
Julie.
Africa.
I mean, somebody might be listening to this in the morning, and they're going to be like, wow, they thought of me.
Yeah, we try to include everyone in all the time zones.
This is a very inclusive podcast.
Nice.
What time is it by you, Peas?
Stellar.
Me too.
Yes, same.
So, Peas, are you a big fan of Rubik's Cube, or are you a huge fan of Rubik's Cube?
Well, that's a spectacular question, Bitchul. I didn't know we were playing hardball here tonight on Sportsline. But let me tell you about the Pubes and when they were first coming up, before they even got involved with the merger with the Cube. It was just this hairy mass of kids going out there on stage and having a great time and really bringing home some hardcore rock and roll. But it was only the addition of the Cubes that intermingled with the Pubes that we got to the sonic art form that we enjoy today throughout all the festivals. And I mean, if you're having a party and you don't have a Rubik's Cube band or even a facsimile, we do make those things now where there's cardboard boards of us and a speaker behind it, and it'll play the songs. And with the cardboard boards there, it's almost Pube-esque. But not quite, but still, it's you can make do in a pinch with it. But yeah, it was just crazy. The Rubik Cube Pubes.
You know what? That couldn't have been said better, even if it was said by Albert Einstein's retarded brother.
He was a pastry chef.
Yeah, he just sneezed on the cakes.
Yep. Yeah,
I mean, well,
if
to
you're
be
listening.
Fair, if
No, be
you're
fair,
Albert
be
Einstein's retarded brother, then that just makes you like average intelligence, right?
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
Unless he just sucked all the intelligence out in the womb again, and now you're like really just unintelligent.
I don't think they were twins,
You're just in a corner flinging poo and drooling.
I think that only happens with twins, though, where like the one twin vampire all the energy from the other twin, or it incorporates it in its body as like a sixth finger. That was somebody's twin at one time.
Little brain.
Just sitting over there masturbating with the umbilical cord.
Yeah.
I wish I was right-handed.
Me too.
Yeah, so those of you listening, if you don't know, Peas is actually our 4th member of the band, and he is the not guitar player, and the not bassist, and the not singer, and the not drummer.
He doesn't do any of those things.
And he doesn't do them so well. He doesn't do them so good. He's the best at it.
I think he just fell over.
It is true. Mick Jagger told me that my not playing on Exile on Main Street was the best non-guitar he'd ever not heard. And so, when you work with the pros like that, and then you get the opportunity to not play with a great upcoming band like the Pubes, you got to jump at that if you want to stay fresh in this business we call rock and roll.
Yeah, you're like a Zen musician. You're so good at not playing any of the parts that you can even do it while you're not on stage. You don't even need
a tantric
on
solo
stage to not play.
I just not played the entire Beatle catalog since we started the show. So
Impressive.
it's all.
That's my favorite way to listen to the Beatles.
To not.
When people are not playing it.
Aw.
Wow.
So we've been
Mess
we've
with
been-
the wind from that bed. There it is.
So
That is the joke.
that's the joke.
We boiled some comedy ether down like you would a sap from a tree until it all coalesced into a really tight, funny joke. A syrup.
That's
if
it.
you
That's
will.
it. We can just stop now.
We could just the show's over now.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Well, hold on. What's up with the band?
Yeah, what have we been up to?
We just went on tour. We just went on tour with our friends El Dingo, and we have audio from that will be playing shortly. It was a short one. It was like about a week long, and we rented this big honky of an RV. It was 31-foot RV, and we all crammed into it. There was the three of us in Rubik's Cube, and there's 4 members in El Dingo. There's Laz, Fury, Vinny, and Ryan.
And you're all in the same truck? Y'all in the same RV?
we're all in the same vehicle, and it's the first time that Rubik's Cube has toured with another band, and we actually got along. It was the time of our lives.
Who's driving the van? And you can't call 31 foot of steel and aluminum American power a van. It's more than a van.
No, it was an RV.
It was an RV.
It's a recreational vehicle. For God's sake.
This was like a serious vehicle.
Rob and Fury from El Dingo took turns driving it.
Wow. And they weren't scared?
I've driven trucks before, so no, I was not as scared.
And I don't think I was asking you any questions there, Rob. I was curious about my
All right,
I would be scared. I would be scared to drive something that big.
I was
with all my
I was
and
definitely
friends
not.
in it.
I mean, it was nerve-wracking. It was a terribly nerve-wracking experience. I was like white-knuckling it the entire time.
You're responsible for
nobody's
nobody's
in a fucking seatbelt except for me and my co-pilot.
Yeah.
And everybody else is like laying down. There's people in beds. Like if I just run into like a truck next to me, we're all dead. We're all dead. Any false move, we're all dead. So no, it was definitely a stressful experience. Thanks for reminding me of it, Pete.
It was very nice though. Also, we hung out at Pube HQ here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and we just partied and partied and partied. And then at some point we were like,
there was a BHP there, wasn't there? Engaging?
The BAP, that was up
that
at
was FedComs. Yeah, that was
north
in
of it.
Rock God and Symphaltimus's.
That's up north about an hour.
So we have a farmhouse that's south an hour, and that's where we do all the pube stuff.
Yeah.
And we just hung out, and eventually we were like, hey, we do have to start this tour. So at about midnight on like Friday or Saturday, I don't remember.
Technically Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
We were all kind of feeling
Sunday.
juiced up. Was it Sunday morning?
Yeah, because we left Sunday at midnight.
Yeah, and we just sent it. We went to Boston.
When do you harvest the farmhouse? What time of year?
Harvest the farmhouse? Depends on how many people are here to harvest.
I mean, you would think it's the fall, but you got to catch them when they're not looking. I like to harvest at like one room at a time, starting in the spring.
You're in Boston, the Pease's old stomping ground. They started a war with an empire there, so it's got a vibe. They burnt some witches, so it's got another vibe. Did you guys find the New England crowd receptive to your thing, to your vibe?
Yeah, all 8 of them really loved it.
Guys were laying down. There you go.
There were like 8 of them, and they loved it.
Yeah, quality over quantity. I'll just say that about that show.
Did anybody hold up their lighter and yell out "Freebird"?
I think that happened in the Flying V. I don't think that happened in Boston.
I think that actually happened.
That does happen out there.
There's always that guy.
I did that this morning when I took a dump.
Freebird.
Yeah. Believe me.
Freeing some birds.
Look, I'm Fid Chuli, and I joke a lot, but death is real. And it's serious. And it's going to happen to you one day. So,
I mean, you've already died on this show.
Why not, the next time you take a shit, pull a lighter out as you're dropping that deuce, light it up, and yell "Freebird" at the top of your lungs. Because you're only going to get so many chances to do it.
I've forgotten how funny Rob is. He just, and I just, the last zing that he threw out there, it kind of died in the wake of your shit joke, and I get why that it did, but I think that joke, when it was professionally delivered, it was so subtle. It was just like, I'm like, God damn, that's right. Rob he's the Dennis Miller-esque funny guy. I'm gonna watch my toes. Be on my toes for the rest of the broadcast, just so you know.
It should be. Yeah,
That's why we invited you on the show, Pease, because we needed somebody that could give us post-production notes live on the show.
Right.
Absolutely.
Without the audience knowing.
Yeah, no, we have instructed the audience not to listen when you're talking, so that nobody will actually know what you're saying except for us.
So you go to Rhode Island, you go to Boston. Did you go as far up as north as Maine? Did you do any New Hampshire shows?
That was the plan. We were actually supposed to go up to Maine, and I guess something fell through with the girl who ran it. She had a mental breakdown and isolated everyone and canceled all the shows. And we were also
is she a sub-genius?
Maybe.
And then we were supposed to play at a dispensary, and it got raided. So we had 2 shows drop right before we left, which kind of bummed us out a little bit. But honestly, I don't know. We had such a good time, even not playing shows.
I mean, it costs so much money to do the tour. It was so expensive.
Yeah. Where'd you guys park at night? With the band
sometimes, it'd be a gas station, truck stop, or sometimes
we
it
did
was
a couple truck stops.
Yeah, and then there was,
don't
rest
they
areas.
come with a stick and smack the side of the thing? Hey, you kids, move along from here.
No, we didn't have any of that.
We didn't stay too long anywhere because we would just take shifts, kind of sleeping and driving, and we
so it's moving the whole time.
Pretty
it's
much.
Like a spaceship, like a shuttle.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It's the Pube Mobile.
Yeah, we were
doing
flying
it in
through
shifts.
space.
You're doing it in shifts. That's smart.
That's the beauty of having everyone all together and having beds and stuff too.
Yeah.
Did you stock it up with a bunch of food and then wind up buying food at fast food places anyway? So you didn't really use the food that you bought, or did you just
Absolutely. We actually only had one meal.
Oh, but we had the best steaks ever. We had the best
amazing.
RV steaks and some carrots.
Yeah.
And that was about the only meal we cooked there. And we had some snacks. I think we did pretty good. We had some brats left over. I think.
We had some steaks left over when we got back, so we steaked again.
Yeah, we had a big meal when we got back home.
Yeah.
That was fun. But
So
we did eat a lot of junk.
Outside the 2 shows that you kind of didn't get to do in Maine, you did how many shows altogether on the Eastern Seaboard, the Pearl of New England, as they call it?
It was only 3. We were supposed to do 5, but then it turned into 3.
And I under the understanding is that you shunned the local fare, such as the chowder and some of the other fines.
Yeah,
no, instead we got amazing Mexican food from this place called Cantina that was right next to the bar.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was amazing, and the gentleman that was serving us, who owned the place, was regaled us with stories of musicians that had passed through Boston, and it was a good time.
And he fed me tequila, so he was immediately a friend.
Yeah.
So immediately becomes his friend.
Exactly.
Well, it's exciting. I grew up in Oceanside, California, and have eaten so much Mexican food that I just call it food. And I too have had the best Mexican food ever. And still, now I'm back here in Nevada, and still can't find food as delicious as what I had in New Hampshire by a man named Ernesto, and his wife handmade all the sauces. The people of Nashua, New Hampshire probably just don't understand the treasure that they have. But
wow, Pease is dropping a lot of names here. Thinks he's a big shot. He knows Fernando from New Hampshire.
I didn't know you guys were, going up there, and it's an exciting trip. Now, what's the next scheduled thing you're going to do?
The next scheduled thing, actually, I have some of our shows here. So here in Bethlehem, it's the country's largest free music festival, and it goes on for 2 weeks every day. The whole town of Bethlehem shuts down and has music all over the streets and all over the bars every day. So we're
2
playing
weeks
on
of music every day.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually from So it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So almost 2 weeks. It's
Almost
like a week
2
and
weeks.
some.
It's a week and a half, roughly,
And
of music.
it's a pretty big thing around
It
here.
is.
It is. People come, from all parts.
And they have these mugs that you can buy, and you fill them with like $10 beers, and you walk around the street and get shit faced and watch bands.
And it's awesome.
Is it themed?
Themed?
Yeah, is there
No.
a theme to it?
No, they have all sorts of music, and
They have different plotzes, as they call it.
Yeah, they seem like they're German,
So-
like Zinsenplatz,
it's
and
it's got this whole like German, like Pennsylvania
Oh,
Dutch theme.
yeah.
Okay. So it's
And
probably
each particular
play on-
plot has like its own theme for the type of music and like the decorations,
So yeah, it's broken down, but yeah. So we're closing out that on Sunday. We're gonna play at the Fun House, our normal, watering hole, our normal breeding grounds. We're gonna do a Sunday the 13th. We're gonna play with our friends Major Pie, who I played their music I think last week. They were alternative spy music. I spun them a little bit. And then August 15th, we're playing at the Alternative Gallery in Allentown. The 16th, we're playing at Planet Trog in Whitehall, which is a laser tag place. And it's going to be awesome because we're going to be there and there's going to be laser tag. And then at the end of next week, we have Pube Fest. We have the very first Pube Fest at the farm. It's August 19th and 20th, and it's 2 full days at the farmhouse. We're going to have camping, food, bands all day from noon to midnight. And it's going to be fucking banging. It's going to be a good time.
Fucking banging.
So yeah, come to that. Come to that. Or maybe don't, because there's already a
Come
lot
to
of people
those.
coming.
Don't isolate your audience into making one choice. Don't say come to that. Say come to these or come to those.
Well,
Because you want people
technically,
to go to all of them.
this episode is going to air on the 15th, and we'll already have played 2 of those shows by that time. So
Yeah, that's
But
true.
you're
You can really only
dealing-
come to the 16th and 20th.
they can really, they
Dealing
only
with
really
people
have
that-
the Planet Trog thing and the Pube Fest thing. So
Yeah, but you're dealing with people that can master time and space.
This is
Sure.
true.
So they might hear this and say, what are you doing this afternoon? Going back in time and listening to the pubes. Duh.
you make a very interesting point. Thank you.
Well,
Appreciate
quantumly
we
I do.
appreciate your piece.
Well, I shouldn't miss you guys. I haven't seen you guys except for on the magical boxes and stuff since Florida times.
Well,
Yeah.
don't
No.
worry, Peas, because you're going to see us all again on the other side of this music break.
Oh, very good.
Very smooth.
Who does the music break?
Yeah, who is
It's
it?
gonna
Ness?
be
Joe.
it's gonna be a chopped up tour footage of us talking about being really smelly, mostly. And then this whole episode is gonna be music by El Dingo, and Laz from El Dingo has a solo project called Nude Beach Massacre. So you're gonna hear a bunch of Nude Beach Massacre and El Dingo and us talking. So you're listening to Camp on Fire.
Camp on fire. Woo!
Bless you.
All right, this is the Camp on Fire show on the road edition.
Hey, how you doing over there?
Yeah,
in the
you got-
on the other end of the internet.
You got Reverend Ness and Chef Shafard crammed into the RV with 5 other boys.
5.
We're sending it. We're sending the RV to Boston. We're going to Boston.
We are
Don't tell anyone, but we're going to Boston.
we are experiencing a interstate journey at the speed of this vehicle, and we are going to be in Boston tomorrow for a show. By the time you hear this, it'll have already passed.
Yeah, well.
Hopefully somebody has some kind of footage of some sort that can relate how amazingly awesome it was. Crowds of thousands of fingers will be there. So even if it's 100, you
It's
still
a
get
crowd of finger
you still get
puppets.
1,000 fingers. Right? As long as everybody has 10 fingers. If you
And
got
you
like a
know-
9-finger guy, it's gonna fuck it all up.
It's really brilliant
Yeah.
because we're all in this RV. There's 7 of us.
There are.
The 3 of us in Rubik's Cube,
Uh-huh.
Reverend Ness, Chef Shafard, Rock God. We're the 3-piece.
Yeah.
And then El Dingo is with us, and they're a 4-piece. And
Yeah.
that's pretty brilliant that you could fit so many fucking idiots into one RV. And it's really great. Like, it's really, like, scientifically a breakthrough. And everyone's slumpy boys, they're sleeping, and, you know, it's the cream of the crop. We're up.
Because we left at midnight.
Yeah, what time is it?
It's fucking time o'clock.
Yeah, you know, it's 12:59. It's
All right.
a little shy of 1.
Time o'clock.
And, you know, Fury's driving the RV.
Yeah,
Doing great. You're doing great. Yeah, you're over there doing great.
Oh, we ran over a school bus. Oh, we're good.
We got a short bus.
They're fine.
Yeah. But really, it's something else, you know. You think it's like a silly little thing, but when you live in an RV, you know, I don't know, someone who's listening is like, oh, it's a silly little thing.
There's at least one person.
There's
maybe.
at least one person that
Of our
thinks it's
7.5
not
listeners that thinks that this is a silly little thing.
everything. Yeah.
Most of them are like, ooh, they're going on the road. It's like a family vacation. You're hitting the road in the family RV.
It is the family RV.
Yeah, this is some like National Lampoon shit.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
This is the Camp on Fire show on the road edition. We're here going to Massachusetts still. It's the 5-hour drive that took 2 days. I'm here with El Dingo. Say hi, El Dingo.
Hey, this is El Dingo drummer Vinny. Hi.
Great job, guys.
I'm here with Rob.
I'm on the road. I really miss my daughter back at home. I want to be back home with my daughter. I just miss her so much.
And we're here. We're out here. We're 3 hours away. And we're playing at the Jungle in Somerville, Massachusetts, right? Somerville?
Sure.
How's everybody doing? We're in the Cubingo RV. It already smells wretched.
That's my fault.
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Good. The smell combo is deadly, but good.
Rob, show him some love.
What's the what? Oh, come on, come leader.
There's definitely an interesting kind of like feet soup smell we've got going on in the RV right now. So it smells like both soup and feet.
Creative juices are flowing.
Yeah. Juices is the specifically juices flowing.
Rob learned it the hard way. He slept on the floor next to Dan's shoes.
I practically slept on his shoes,
You're a suckling. You're teething on his shoe, yeah.
and then I woke up, realized I almost died. Had to get out of there.
Broke my dick.
Broke his dick.
Army crawled out.
Broke my dick.
Sat next to a rock in a pilot gas station. It's been great. It's been good. Good stuff.
So we're checking in. Haven't played yet, but we're gonna play. I swear, we play music. That's why you're listening. When we're not on fire, we're over here underwater in Camp Cubingo RV. Rock. I wanna. If we had a mascot, like, obviously a cat, but, like, besides the cat, like, what animals should we bring on our next tour in the RV?
What animals do we bring on the next tour?
Yeah, if we had to bring a live animal on tour.
A live animal.
I would say Sal's baby Cal and Cheyenne's cat.
It's my cat.
Rob's cat.
Oh, man.
That would be hilarious for me.
I would bring a goat.
You'd bring a goat?
Yeah.
I'd bring a hog.
They look wise.
Like a really stinky, ugly hog.
Okay.
It'll make Laz's farts more
The
tolerable.
hog's sleeping with you, though.
Pardon?
The hog's sleeping with you, though.
Yeah, I'll sleep with the hog. Fuck it.
Deal then. Shouldn't be like
I was hitting you rapid fire with Would You Rather last night.
this. You were.
had some good ones. Would you guys rather have no tongue or no dick?
No dick.
No dick.
Tasting's too important. I can put shit in my ass, but you can never taste again with no tongue.
He's right. After I come, I'm pretty much asexual immediately.
Yeah.
There you have it, folks. Camp on Fire. Camp on Fire show checking in on the road. This is Reverend Ness and Chef Shafard. We are in the backmost bedroom of the RV right now, surrounded by gear, surrounded by wild bears.
It's getting pretty thick out here right now. We've seen some shit. We've experienced
the
things.
air is getting sticky.
Yeah, it is.
We haven't even played our first show yet.
It smells like 1,000 sweaty ball sacks in this RV.
It's really man versus the elements at this point.
Yeah, no, it's hard out here.
It's tough out here. Is Dan still in here? Hold on. El Dingo's practicing because they're a band that has their shit together. Ow, cunt. Dan, what you gotta say?
I stink.
You heard it here, folks.
Jerry and Elaine. Don't forget Tina.
You're listening to the Camp on Fire show, on the road edition version. We're in Massachusetts. We played yesterday at the Jungle.
The Jungle.
And it was very fun, and we had a good time. And we're going to Rhode Island to play with Dandelion Pipe Bomb, Zero Gauze, and of course El Dingo. And we just detoured and went to, what's the name of this place? Supercharge in Massachusetts. And it's an arcade, and they have bumper cars and race cars, and the jungle gym, and a trampoline park.
We've just sweat through every pore of our body.
And
all the beer that we've drank on this fucking trip.
And our RV ran out of water, so no one can shower unless they pour a water bottle on themselves.
It's pretty fucking stinky in here.
It's really bad. Like, it was bad when we started, and it's only gonna get worse.
Now we just sweat our balls off.
And Rob's toes, like, in my mouth, basically, right now.
You love them. You love to see it. You know what? My teeth don't stink.
I brushed mine.
Stink. No, I brush my teeth, too. It's the only thing I can do.
Oh, look, there's eyes.
We are really out here.
It's man versus the elements, as usual.
In the heartland of New England.
Oh, thanks.
What does that pin say?
Support your local cat cult.
Nice. We know some cat cults.
Couple. All right, Camp on Fire, signing off.
There once was a man from Nantucket. Give him $5 a shit in a bucket. And he loved his wife. He loved his wife. He loved his wife. There's a man in New York City, so fat he's got 8 titties. And he loves his wife. He loves his wife. He loves his wife. So what the fuck's wrong with me? I hate my wife. I hate my wife. Yeah, I hate my wife. I hate my wife.
Oh, the podcast. Yeah.
All right, there's the Camp on Fire show.
Camp on Fire.
4th installment, I think, or something. I'm up here in the loft above the cockpit. In the cockpit, we have Fury and Rob.
Hey, how you doing?
And then everyone else and the rest of the RV. And we played yesterday. We're in Rhode Island. We played in Pawtucket last night with Dandelion Pipe Bomb, fellow Subgenius band, and a band called Pucker.
Pucker. Like
and
a butthole.
like a butthole.
Very much like a butthole.
It was good times. I rode a very tall bicycle. It was one step away from a unicycle without me dying. Which step?
Yeah, which
up.
step? Alright, this should be right over there.
So today we are spending the day driving.
We're about to go to a rest stop or a travel center.
That place is called Dan's.
Holy shit, Dan, you got a restaurant, bro.
What?
They serve pizza, pasta, steak, and ale.
That sounds like a restaurant I would own.
That
If
doesn't-
anybody owned a restaurant, that's what we would
Sounds
say.
like you just have like Strombolis.
That's
Non-stop Strombolis.
Fucking Strombolis.
24-hour Stromboli car ride. Whoa.
I mean, yeah, we don't. It's obvious.
Stop.
They got shit everywhere.
But yeah, just checking in.
They had a dumpster.
How's everybody doing?
TA truck stop.
Yep.
Oh my god, we're at the truck stop. Camp on Fire. Goodbye. All right, so you probably just listened to the tour thing, us talking about being on tour, and you heard some tracks by Nude Beach Massacre. I don't remember all of them, but I know there was Hate My Wife. I know it started off with the Pew Bingo theme song, and I love that first theme song. Oh, written by Laz. It's our jingle for when El Dingo and Rubik's Cube joins forces. You could hear that song playing in the distance.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple Dingo tunes. I know Seinfeld was on there. And some other stuffs, and we got more by them coming up later. So don't get all frazzled yet.
Yeah.
It's a Camp on
Dingus
Fire show.
Pube.
Yeah, if you get overwhelmed by the show, I need you to pause whatever device you're listening to it on and just,
Put your head between your legs and take some deep breaths.
Yeah.
And then when you feel okay again, when you
Come
feel
back.
that you can deal with the intensity that
Come back.
is
Come back.
this show, then just come back.
Just come back. Yeah,
You're not
we'll be
forced to
here.
do it all at one time. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what, the show is more enjoyable if you listen to it in small little pieces that won't cause you permanent damage.
Very good.
You don't
point.
want to stare at the sun. You don't want to stare at the sun, do you?
No.
Just microdose the Camp on Fire show.
Just little chunks here and there. If you really time it well, you can make it last all week.
Pam crocheted some chili dogs.
No, I know it's his
Crocheted
first
chili.
time crocheting chili dogs, but
Hmm.
they did leave something to be desired.
What type of yarn did you use?
All right, make a note to cut that out. 30 minutes 49 seconds. And we're back.
All right.
No, I don't. Peas, if you guys hadn't noticed, blew through the show notes. He already did all of the stuff that was supposed to happen after the first song break, which is good because it's time for the this week.
There's
in
notes.
P
Should I be looking at
segment.
notes? I didn't know that there was notes. You didn't send me notes.
Oh, I sent you the notes piece. Actually,
You have enough.
the fact that you didn't look at the notes and you actually executed them perfectly is just testament to your
Well, I'm a professional.
radio command.
Yeah, that was a good job.
Yeah, great job, Peas.
He's
You
used
get a
to
gold
doing it
star.
live.
You get a gold star today.
And now we have room for other things.
Yeah, like the This Week
So,
in P segment.
I got in trouble. I got in trouble at work, because they were all talking about, hey, we're gonna elect a guy from each team, and then after you win enough of these awards, you get like something special. And I'm like, oh, are they gonna be like stars? And they were like, yeah, we'll probably put stars. I'm like, oh, can they be gold stars? And and I don't think they realized until the very end how absolutely sarcastic I was being. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, can we put them on a chart by our cube? And then they realized that they had made a foolish decision to treat adults like children.
Yeah, I did the same thing at my job, but they didn't realize I was being sarcastic until I asked them if they could be gold 6-pointed stars that we wore on our chests.
Nice. Did not.
Yeah, it was Rosh Hashanah, so it's fine.
Well, that's fine. Yeah.
So you're on this giant 32-foot bus thing. How many
40
beds did it have?
It had a queen bed in the back, and then it had like a loft one above the cockpit or whatever. And
Yeah.
then
Now,
there was
Did you have rules like no number 2s in the toilet?
oh yeah,
Yeah, of course.
dude, none of us pooped the whole time, but we had to clean the tank at the end of it, and it was like the lady who owned it that we rented it from. It was all her shit clogging it up. She didn't even clean it out before we took it. So we were like, oh, look at all of Wendy's poop.
And then she charged charged an astronomical amount,
yeah, she
like
charged
being
us at
2
the end
hours
again.
late and going over the free mileage, and for Dan's ass breaking the table.
Yeah, Dan broke one of the beds that was on top of a table when he laid on it. So we were down one bed like halfway through, and the water ran out after a day. So we were
It was
taking
like one shower.
water bottle showers, and then we ended up getting a hotel.
Yeah, I finally broke down, and I was like, I cannot be in this RV with you stinky motherfuckers any longer. And I went and paid like $168 for a lovely hotel room. And
They have continental breakfast?
Yeah.
They did. I missed it, actually.
I got it. It was 2 minutes before it stopped.
I slept through that.
Eggs
I did
in my
get
face.
like 2 showers, though, and a good night's rest in a big-ass queen bed and 63 degrees in the room.
It was very nice.
I've tried to take showers with me in like a little Ziploc bag, but it always seems to lead to a later disaster.
They just turn into baths.
Yeah, that's just a bath.
Really small ones.
Yeah.
So what do you just like? Do you start at the balls and then just like pirouette into the bag and just like dip?
Well, no, I poke some holes in it. You know, it's just a shower. I poke some holes in the bag and hold it over my head. And you gotta be quick. You gotta be fast.
How big is this bag?
It's not, gallon size. You can't take a whole shower worth of water, when you leave the hotel. I think they frown on it. They used to let you take ice in your ice cooler. Now they put signs up. It's just a matter of time before they put a sign in the shower. The shower water needs to stay in the shower. We're not there yet, but I think it'll be there one day.
I picture UPs leaving a hotel with like a garbage bag, and everyone thinks it's like dead body, but it's just filled with water, and everyone's trying to
for my shower.
All right, so
later up the road.
I don't think I could handle the pressure of trying to complete masturbation before the gallon of water ran out.
So do you put the soap in the water to save time?
Oh, what am I, a fool?
That's what I thought. So, I mean, it sounds like a pretty good plan.
First of all, you just think it out, dude. What you do, you take a sponge, right? And then you put the sponge in the water, and then you sponge gets all your things wet, right?
Yeah.
Then you squeeze the sponge back in the bag, and then you like soap up. All right, soap it up. Then you hold the bag over your head, and you poke the holes in the bottom, and the water drains out, and it rinses you off.
Oh,
right.
Genius. That's
pure
really
American genius. Well,
you're gonna win an award for that shit. Yeah.
I don't know how smart it is, but it's something. I'll grant you that.
We're gonna give him a daytime Emmy for that.
You could start
as seen on TV.
Shower bags. Yeah.
As seen on TV.
Yep.
Shower in a bag.
TV pocket shower.
Sounds like a douchebag.
Oh,
a pocket shower.
There's probably, I bet you, because the douche has fallen out of favor in the last couple of decades. I'm hoping for a return of douchosity, but for now, it's kind of a lost art. The word itself is losing the sting it once had. See how the sting in that, Rob, is like a secondary joke. It's going to be funny later when people think about douches and stinging. Yeah. But let's just move on. So
I totally screwed up the what was it? The bag with the holes poked in it for the shower.
Yeah.
That they can't sell, and we could rebrand those because those douchebags even come with a wand that makes like a little shower spray. So you could repurpose those, call them P's personal
you
shower
the bag,
valve.
and then it comes out the hose, and it's got the little sprinkler thing.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, there was it was one of the
find.
classic douchebags sitting hanging in my shower. It was like the 80s. I would play with the thing all the time.
That's what I'm saying, though. But you having a big squirt gun water fight with your friends outside, so you fill that bag up to the brim with water, and then you go out there and you squish it like it's a bagpipe,
Yeah.
And the water comes.
No, I mean, I missed that opportunity.
And was like, man, where the fuck did you get that? And then next thing you know, your mom is beating your ass, and you're on restriction for a month.
That's what happens. Mom never found out about me playing with the douchebag, but hopefully she doesn't listen to this podcast.
Yeah, that probably helped you become the man that you are.
Yeah, it did. Absolutely. Just showering myself in pubic stuff.
Now, are you able to solve a pubic cube?
A pubic one, yeah. Rubik, like the toy, no.
Yeah.
The pubic one, yeah. The cube, no. But that's why we're Rubik's Cube and not Rubik's Cube. There is actually a Rubik's Cube band from the same area, and they're an 80s cover band. They're like a mega theatrical cover band. And I always thought of them as like our arch enemies because people have come to their shows thinking it's us and vice versa. And
I'm not totally fight.
I know. And definitely want to. They are pretty good. I did see the show. I'm not a fan of cover bands, but they go the whole way. I wanted to hate them so bad. I still do want to fight
think
them,
they have
but
an
I have respect.
army of followers like you guys do?
No, they don't. They're like hamburger hot dog music, and anyone who likes music that's already been made can listen to it be made by other people. But they don't have the fan base. Like our fan base would
a lot
whoop
of
their
Huey
fan
Lewis.
base's ass.
A lot of Huey Lewis.
Yeah, you guys could cover one of their songs, and even though it's a Huey Lewis song, you could say this is a Rubik's Cube song because
Right.
they're a cover band.
But I mean,
that would probably super piss them off, though, dude. They would be like, they would probably lose their mind.
That would be the starting gun.
Yeah, cover one of their
Starting
songs,
Gunt?
chart it, make it a gold record, and then be like, well, your guys' version was okay.
I mean, they don't have any original songs, I don't think. I think they just sing really cool songs and shit.
Wait a second. Did you say starting Gunt?
Yeah,
I did say starting Gunt.
I'm just writing that down to make sure I make that the title of this episode.
Yeah.
All right, good idea.
And also a band that I'm going to start.
A Motley Crue cover band. That'll be the lead singer.
Hey, Peas, have you had any fortunate or unfortunate mishaps with piss lately? Or if not, when was the last time that you did and what happened? Because we're doing the This Week in Urine segment.
Urine piss.
Yes.
I try to avoid. I guess the biggest thing I could say is I'm in a part of my life, and I'm trying to. Ivan Stang sits down when he pees now, and he says that he's much happier with the results and different manifestations that can come after trying to do it, standing up and pinching it off. And I'm thinking like, here's my friend. He's a little bit older than me. Maybe he's trying to show me the way to a successful old age, but without it being gay. And so he just mentions it in passing. So I've been thinking about sitting down when I pee, but I don't want it to make me seem emasculate. So I'm trying to think of a macho way to sit down and pee. Maybe have like a fake farter that I could press and then be like, oh, I guess that was just a fart, boys.
You gotta straddle the toilet and face the tank, and then it's really not gay.
That works for girls. That works for girls straddling the toilet and facing the thing. Because, boys don't know how girls go to the bathroom anyway, so you go in and see that accidentally and be like, oh, there you go, mystery solved. You think that's how
the way
all
to
women
make it
do.
like really not gay would be to basically get down on your elbows with your ass up in the air facing the toilet tank, and you just dunk your dick directly into the toilet water, and it's a zero splash situation. That's how I do it. Look, when I'm breaking into somebody's house
Here it comes.
and I'm sneaking around and I have to take a pee, I dunk my dick directly into the water and I let it rip, because you can't hear it. It's like when you're filling up a baby pool and you
it's
put
like
the
a
hose all the
ninja
way
pee.
in,
It's a ninja pee. That's how they teach the ninjas to pee.
Yeah, and there's no
Put
gay
whole dick in water.
So
Put whole dick underwater. Now here pee.
you don't need to put the whole dick. Now it's gay. You just made it gay again, Peace.
It's now full circle. It's now gay again.
Just penis.
Just penis.
Just
release.
Do you hold the balls back? You cup the balls, keep them tucked around. You wrap them back over the top of the shaft, and then keep the balls from hitting the water.
Ninjas are good peers. You got to figure if they're training hard, they got a secret way of peeing. But anyway, getting back to my story, so I'm thinking about sitting down and peeing, and you're like my hero, Ivan Stan, because he does it. And then I don't have to worry about things on my pants or this and that, all these other mishaps that could happen. But I don't know. It's a big commitment. It's a big change. Breaking a lot of habits, And I, Ness, thanks for offering. Yeah, it is a good way to sit down to try and own it and make it a power move. But I don't know. It's just the whole concept is going to be difficult for me. I haven't tried it yet. I'm just thinking about it. But I may transition to a sit-down peer.
All right. Well, you're always
brave.
welcome to come back and tell us about it.
It is
very
brave.
That's very brave of you.
Inquiring urethras want to know.
I feel like a load's been lifted off of me.
Or
That's
out
what
of
she
you.
said.
I think Urethra Franklin would be a great band name.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Wait a second. I invented a game
and they should
called
only
Is It a
play when it's
Band?
raining.
And if we were playing
only
that
be
game
allowed
right
to play
now,
when it rains.
I would bet that it was a band.
Yeah.
Somebody already thought of that.
Somebody.
You know
You
what?
think? No.
I've heard
you'd think
Dr.
that somebody
Howe.
have thought of Rubik's Cube before, but nobody had. At least not for a band.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a
For a
Swedish
band.
sex toy. There is a Swedish sex toy that's very popular. And China has a candy bar called that. But other than that, yeah, there is no use of Rubik's Cube anywhere.
I want to know what's in the candy bar.
Apparently, I was there's some joke.
Cubes.
What's this fucking Howie Mandel made some Rubik's Cube joke in like 1986.
I heard
That surprised me because he
Dr.
seems
Howe.
Herod Burton.
Dr. Howe
It's
made
just-
a
but back in the 80s, he had hair.
Did he?
Right. But I don't think he liked having it. I think he felt it was a burden.
He has OCD. He's like a super
Yeah.
germaphobe, so he shaved.
Yeah.
it
You know
for
what
that.
I heard? Did you guys hear this? I heard this. Dr. Hal Robbins. Dr. Howell himself has an iPhone.
I had not heard.
I didn't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, that went past me.
Wow.
So he can take
That's
dick
like-
pics now.
Yeah,
No,
true,
apparently
true.
he only knows how to use it as a phone. Is not aware of its photographic abilities or anything. He can take calls.
Well, he
But
has
this
a
is a huge
photographic
breakthrough.
memory, so he doesn't need to use the camera.
Does
I
he just
thought for a
use
long
emergency
time-
calls for every
Yeah.
phone call?
No, he never had a phone before.
He just calls 911 and then they connect him to his friends.
Hello, could you get peas for me, please? and they would.
They would. They'd be
They
like,
would
all right.
knock on my door in Las
All right,
Vegas.
Dr. Howe.
Peas,
Okay.
you know Dr. Howell? I do. Oh, he's on the phone. Dr. Howell, what can I do for you? Do you have any yogurt? I don't.
Damn.
Well,
I keep
Pease,
it stocked now in case he calls back.
I'm glad you mentioned yogurt because that reminds me of something I'm going to have to do later. I need to replace the biotics in my asshole.
Now, what do you guys eat on the road? Do you eat regular food? Do you eat band chow?
They eat ass yogurt. They eat Fit Chuli's ass yogurt. Don't get that discount ass yogurt. Get Fid Chuli's ass yogurt.
Yeah. The great segue to our.
Now with more taint.
No, it's at the bottom. Taint at the bottom.
It's like a parfait.
Taint at the bottom ass yogurt.
It's got, instead of a wooden spoon like the old ice cream, it's a spoon made of hair.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's braided.
Got
You know,
the
and
yogurt.
it'll
From an
work.
Indian.
It's yogurt.
From an
it's-
Indian.
You're not eating
Indian.
soup with it. It's yogurt.
Yeah, it's yogurt.
Not eating soup with it. Come on. What are we, animals?
This isn't your grandfather's braided hair ass yogurt spoon.
It's his mother's.
Even better. Peas, I'm glad that you mentioned sitting down to pee. Because My offering for the This Week in Piss segment also involves sitting down to pee. But not necessarily sitting down to pee, sitting down to take a shit, and then you have to pee. And then we all find ourselves in this predicament. Well, what am I going to do? I got morning wood. I'm going to have to like lean forward and bend this thing down 60 degrees. Because I know that when I try to push that Cosby out, I'm probably going to squirt a little bit.
Don't worry, that's self-correcting. Just get a little older.
No, but that's the problem. That's the problem. Because when you don't have the morning wood, you're not thinking about it. And then the next thing you know, you're wearing shorts. You don't really pull them down that far. So they're still kind of like underneath your thighs, like still kind of like parallel to the toilet seat, you know? And then the next thing you know, this isn't about shit. It's the This Week in Piss segment. You take the shit. Next thing you know, you pissed your pants because your dick was right aligned with the wide open shorts. You're basically giving your dick the best target, the best field goal target it could ever get because your thighs are spread apart, holding your pants together.
Where he has described in depth a bowel movement, and not just and they're real events. Like he'll tell you one about at the last X Day that we were all at, and the toilet was full. And how he could have used an outhouse but didn't think of it, so he tried to keep himself from getting into the water of the thing, but the splashback, because the water was level with the thing. It's an awful story. And you'd think it's the worst shit story you've ever heard from Vid Julie, but it's not. It's just one of thousands. There'll be a book one day written, Vid Julie and His World of Shits. There's the great shitting in the ball tank at Burger King as a youngster.
No, it's Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese. He's a serial shitter, and if you let him go continue to talk about shitting right now, he will use the rest of your fine show to defecate on. I'm just warning you, as your friend who's not there.
Well, but that's what's so insidious about this, because the shit was like, it distracted me the whole time. I was like looking at that turd as it was slowly coming out, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And the turd was like, I'm not doing anything. I'm like, and normally the turd is an asshole, or because it comes out of one, and it does all of those things that you just mentioned. And this time it's like, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything. And I'm like, you know what? I got both of my eyes on you, turd. Next thing you know, it just drops out like normal. And I'm like, ha, that's what I thought. And I look down and I pissed my pants, and I hear that turd laughing as the bubbles rise up out of its turd mouth as it flushes down the toilet, and they pop on the surface, each of them a single ha. And now
he staggers back to get some more nitrous oxide.
Yeah,
lovely segue.
It gets the piss stain right out.
Yeah, nitrous
but the shit stories all end was going back, because this is what he does. He has these adventures, then he comes back to wherever the rest of us are hanging out, and we're all doing nitrous oxide as we want to do, and then Finn starts telling one of these stories.
Well, it's not a shit story; it's a piss story. In the end, that's the twist.
It's a nitrous story.
That's the M. Night Shyamalan twist of it. It actually ended up, you thought it was a shit story until Act 4.
Didn't one of you guys just get a brand new tattoo?
Yeah, I got a Rubik's Cube tattoo. My first tattoo.
Your first one.
You got a Fid's shit memorial tattoo.
Yeah, it's a picture of Fid pissing on himself while trying to hold in a turd.
Well, hold on.
Those are going to be collector items one day.
I want to hear Rob's offering for the This Week in Piss segment, because he's never done one.
No, because I'm a functioning adult who knows how to fucking pee.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know how to handle my alcohol and my piss.
Bush League.
But but that's why we have you guys here. So
Okay,
I'm
but
just the adult in the room.
Come
At
on.
some point in your life.
Of course, I've peed the bed. I think we've told this story before.
Did you pee your pants?
I mean, I was wearing pants when I peed the bed, yes.
You slept with pants on?
I was drunk.
Feels nice at first.
Oh, yeah, no, it was nice and warm, but then I was like, oh, shit.
You know what?
OP.
Show them how it's done.
peed
Show
the
them
bed.
how it's done, Ness.
That's from my L. Ron Hubbard book.
But this past 2 weeks, no pee incidents. Not even a little dribble. Like, you know, if you don't shake it too much, not even one of those. It was
So you're not driving. When you're not driving and the other guy is driving, are you able to relax? Or are you like, oh, we'll be fine?
I never relax, whether I'm driving
Yeah.
or somebody else is.
That's what I'm
Pretty
thinking.
relaxed. I was like keeping an eye out.
For like a couple hours, I was in the back in the queen bed while I was driving, but it was like,
yeah,
it was an experience. You were bouncing. I was bouncing all over the fucking place. I don't know where they were driving. I couldn't really see. I just saw some trees that they were hitting with the RV, but I thought we were off-roading.
Oh, here's a good weekend piss one when we peed in the RV for the first time when we left.
Oh, yeah.
And it was rattling all around, and my face was hitting the door and shit.
Yeah, that's right.
That was, trying to pee in the RV, like, for the first time and get used to it. Like, we had some free legs.
It was dark. We're trying to walk. We had been drinking and partying, and trying to pee in that thing at first was, and we got used to it eventually.
Will you RV tour again?
It was very expensive, so probably not.
I mean, unless we're, like, more famous and actually command performances and money. No, I don't think so.
You actually bring up a really good point. The urine system in an RV should really be a lot like what the astronauts have. You know,
I should just have like a
suction system and like a
just like a hose that I just throw my dick in and just pee.
Well, I can't throw my dick in.
And at the end of the tour, they just empty out like a thing behind you.
Exactly.
Well, that is kind of what we did. We did have to empty out the piss in a tube.
Yeah, but we didn't have the piss vacuum.
I know.
I was disappointed.
Well, that's the thing. Like when you're buying the RV, like when you're on the lot and the guy is selling it to you, you look at the toilet and it's like, oh, that looks like quite a serviceable toilet. But you're not thinking about when you're on the road in some shitty state with horrible highways and all of the turbulence that's going to be happening.
Oh, that's a great song. It's a shitty state with horrible highway.
Is it? I mean, it's a 7. It's a 7 out of 10. I wouldn't call it a great song, but
I don't know.
Well, I just the title. I haven't even worked it yet.
Oh, so you just sang the title of the song?
It was like a very long title.
Well, I tell you what, Pease.
Let's workshop that.
This is your shot because we're going into a song break right now, and it's actually going to be that song that you just made up.
Yep.
Okay, so
all right.
You better figure it out pretty quick because Ness is going to take us into that break, and then it's all you, buddy.
They can play my other song.
This is a Camp on Fire show, and you're about to listen to the song that Pease just made right now.
Women and beautiful men.
All right, cats and kittens, that was Lovely Women and Beautiful Men and Worms in My Brain by Nude Beach Massacre. This is the Camp on Fire show, and we're Rubik's Pube and Fid Chuli and Reverend Peas. And we are so happy to do this for you. You can listen to more of it on the Pube Tube on our YouTube. If you're listening on Slack Radio, yeah! I don't gotta tell you where to go because you're already there. Instagram, Rubik's Pube PA, and Facebook is Rubik's Pube. We have music all over the place on Spotify, on Bandcamp, on Napster. Right now, our podcast is on YouTube and Slack Radio. So thanks for listening. Go check out more of it if you haven't already, because it's pretty good. It's pretty much, if you like this, it's pretty much the same as that. So thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please
Except
don't
for
come
Peas.
back.
Could you guys hear me eating that grape? Because I forgot I was doing
Is that what that was?
That was you eating a grape?
I thought like
I'm
it
sorry.
turned on like an infomercial for
I'm
fucking
sorry.
Preparation
Yeah.
H.
That was
I'm a
weird.
bad-
I thought I heard you like suck the skin off first and then eat the raw grape, the way that they like skin dogs in South Korea.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
That was pretty. Yeah, that was kind of disgusting. Thank you. Thank you, Peas.
God, I miss you guys.
Yeah,
Where's-
we missed
now-
you too.
Where's Rock at tonight? You don't like doing radio?
He's upstairs eating an Italian hoagie.
Yeah, he's eating two Strobolis.
Oh, is it too good for the radio, huh?
Yeah, one day we'll get him on. One
Yeah.
day.
All right. Tell him his pal Peas was on. He'll probably be, I would have done it. He'd only known.
Yeah.
I just got to start recording him when he doesn't know and then put it on the show.
Yeah.
We need.
Well, I mean, I think he's probably in on some of the
He's in some of the tour stuff.
tour stuff we played earlier. So you know.
He's there in
Oh,
spirit.
well, that's good. That's good. Well, it was my pleasure. Thank you guys for having me on. I should appreciate it. I like doing radio.
course.
I hope I was not too monopolizing of your time.
No,
No, it's beautiful.
I mean,
This is the
genuinely,
This is the only show that fails without fail.
absolutely. We just do this, and it's terrible, and that's what people now expect. So you did great.
Thank you for being so handsome, Peace.
Thank you, Peas.
You're welcome. All right, buddy.
All right.
Take care.
What are
Take
we
care.
hearing?
Ah. Oh, this is El Dingo, also Nude Beach Massacre. This is Lovely Lady. Have a good night or a good morning, y'all.
Bye, Peas. He's just gone.
All right, let's start the show now.
Let's start the show.
Lovely lady, let me go somewhere it will never snow. Turn away, forget my face. Genocide to the human race. Let me go. Let me tell the day I go. Let me know. Let me tell the day I go. Lovely lady, let me go somewhere it will never snow. Turn away, forget my face. Genocide to the human